Hi, welcome to part 2 of our vlog for men here at Temple Baptist Church. I am Pastor Dan. I'm one of the pastors here at Temple here in Cambridge, Ontario. And this is Men for Men. Men to Men is rooted in the Bible. And one of the verses that really picks up on that most clearly is this one from Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. And it is, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Now, this verse teaches us two really quick facts. Number one, strength comes from friction, and that comes from our band of brothers. In other words, who we choose to have around us. And then there's B. If you and I are made to be in groups, even if that's just one other guy that we trust to speak truth into us and say the hard things about who we are. Someone who's in the trenches with us, who gets the battles that we face. And we face them every day, and they still want to be there for us. In other words, a brother. This brings me to my main point for today. Point number one from our look at Chris Dolberry's article, 5 Attacks on the Souls of Men. So this first attack it's pride. Our enemy, he wants to chop us off at the knees and stick us through while we're down. He wants to take us out of the fight and cause us much damage along the way. Now, the noted author and storyteller and theologian C.S. Lewis put it this way: lustfulness, anger, drunkenness are merely flea bites by comparison. Pride leads to every other vice. By its nature, pride leads us to be selfish, to keep me at the center of our life, about my needs, about my pleasure, about my happiness. Everything goes through this narrow me-focused filter. The results? Well, other people feel depreciated. They feel pushed away. They felt held at a distance. The ability to actually love them in us is damaged. If everything is just about me, there's no room for them. Everyone around you feels devalued and like they're a commodity, something to be traded and used. Proverbs 16, verse 18 says this about pride. Pride goes before destruction and haughtiness before a fall. So how do we combat this prideful attitude? We need that person in our lives who will see it for what it is and then call it out. That they'll do battle with it, with us, and prove that they have our back even when in the hard things. We need a band of brothers, but not just any band of brothers. We need guys who are with us in the battle, but we need guys who are with Christ in the battle. And they're in the trenches too. They need to be rooted in Jesus so that they can be drawing us to him and not drawing us away from him, which would ultimately lead us to our own pride anyway. Now, I also want to talk to you about this. I'm not talking about this being a touchy-feely weirdness full of warm fuzzies. I mean, I want guys that I can hang out with, I can watch the game with, I can tease with, that I can be there for, that we can stand strong beside one another because they know me and I know them, and we still want to be together anyway. We need to do this together. We can't do it alone. Right now, this is a real challenge, especially in this time of pandemic. Without the contact with others, it can be really hard to find those guys. Our distancing is just one more part of the battle. So what do? Well, here's my suggestion. Find out who that person is you want in your band of brothers, and I want you to reach out. I want you to text them. I want you to call them up. I want you to send them an email. I want you to make a connection with them and ask them how they're doing. I want you to be there for them. Not looking for anything in return, just be there for them and be that brother for them. And trust that God will lead you with those guys, that they'll be there for you when you need it too. That's it for today. I hope that you decide to take up this challenge with me, because I'm in it too. We can kill the pride in our lives and fight for those around us. I'm all in, and this is Men to Men.